All right, guys, welcome. So I'm going to keep this short. Really, what I wanted to do is show you guys a sample website that I thought was really good and just some concepts in general when it comes to uh, interesting or new or innovative ways of marketing your practice. And I think these cash pay practices, these fee for service practices, are going to become a lot more interesting. So this is LinkedIn. This is my own LinkedIn page here, Mohammed Ashori, MD. Recently I commented on somebody, so it was Dr. Purcell, who I follow, who commented on this. It's the person here, Liz. It's a basically just follow the people who commented. Great option for colonoscopies. We have shared patients with Dr. Scholl, and they have had a great experience as great as a colonoscopy can be. And then I came across Dr. Scholl's post here, which is high quality procedures at a reasonable cost. 1,100 colonoscopies at a full accredited ASC. I don't know what that is. Medical tourism packages at a nearby 5-star hotel and spa available. It was brilliant. I absolutely love the comments. And then, of course, we left a few comments back and forth kind of discussing this. And so I decided to follow the lead onto her website. So I wanted to give you guys a quick look at what a really good website can look like. So this is GastroDirect. That's Dr. Scholl's website. When you scroll down, it says new year, new name, GastroDirect. The Women's Institute of GI Health is growing and changing. Our practice will be offering the same personal care with a new name and a new look. Okay, so just kind of talking about how they're changing it. Now, they're serving the Raleigh, Cary, Durham, Apex, Holly Springs area, if you're familiar with it. That doesn't matter so much. I think what's interesting here is that Dr. Scholl is really positioning herself to be in a niche field. Not only is she doing direct gastroenterology, meaning she's charging I suspect she's charging a monthly fee for membership to her practice, or she's charging a cash fee, which you guys will see in a minute. And she's focusing on women. Now, it doesn't mean she's not taking men, but she's focusing on women's health, and I think that's powerful. Accepting new patients for IBS, inflammatory bowel disease, screening colonoscopy, GERD, and digestion problems. And you can see she's focusing her diagnoses. She doesn't want to deal with all the other crazy stuff. She doesn't want to manage cancer. She doesn't want to deal with eosinophilic esophagitis, hiatal hernias. She just wants to keep her practice simple. We are a group of women who are dedicated to delivering honest, transparent, evidence-based gastroenterological care to the people of the community. We focus on whole person with an emphasis on correcting digestion and fostering a healthy gut microbiome. And I love that. I think that is what people are looking for these days. So why not cater to that if that is also something you're interested in? She has an introductory video. She has things on her blog post. She has a beautiful map over here. She has an address. There is both an in-person and remote option, which I think is really critical these days. I like it. This is really cute. Our services, we do GI medical care, we do clinical consultations, we do nutrition coaching, and screening colonoscopies. Her team, this is Dr. Scholl here on the left, and this is her nurse, her registered nurse, Lacey. And yeah, just some basic things, some information about her. And then this is part of her blog. So if we go all the way to the top, you can see here that she has a little bit about herself and the team, which I think is a really nice approach, just to introduce everybody to how you work, what you do, what you don't do. And then this is a little bit about her in particular, her expertise. And then here she breaks down the services. So I just like this top here, home, about, our approach, kind of like philosophy, Dr. Scholl, the team, the services you offer, patient information, what they need to know, info sheets and costs, the blog, FAQs, and contact. So here she talks about her consultation. For 1 hour, it's $250, and for 30 minutes, it's $150. That's for follow-up. And she does nutrition coaching, and they do screening colonoscopies. She literally just updated this page, actually, so that's very cool that she added that to her page over here. And I like the FAQ. And some of you who are starting practices like this will have some empathy here, because do you take Medicare? No, unfortunately she can't, right? She has to opt out of Medicare to do that. Will you accept men? Yes, I do. I have plenty of people in my practice. Do you take insurance? Well, we're out of network for all insurances. We do not file insurance, and we do not encourage you to attempt insurance reimbursement. So when somebody says I'm out of network, often it means that either I don't service your particular insurance or I don't service any kind of insurance. Why would I want to pay cash? She has a good explanation for that. Will I have more access to you than I do to a traditional doctor? Absolutely, right? And it's like, yeah, of course. The whole point of this is to be, a lot more inclusive. And then what is the difference between concierge care, which I thought was good, and do you have a sliding scale for your fees? No, it is beyond my capacity to analyze financial and assign a sliding scale. I thought that was a pretty fair response as well. Treatment and info sheets. I think this is kind of like a cool little thing to include, just to like, what is it that you do? What are the underlying causes? What are the diseases you treat? What can I expect? How is it treated? So for example, here for irritable bowel disease, she has a bunch of information about it. And I think just including that information for free, obviously, is something she does in her blog, is a really intelligent way to make things a lot more straightforward for people. Now, you can have somebody just text you, message you, email you, as long as they don't include any personal information. But I think this is a very cool website. Here's a phone number, here's the email, and I think she's using Atlas MD, if I'm not mistaken. So if you go to home and you go to the very bottom, sorry, not to make you guys dizzy, anyway, but I can't quite see it, but I do believe that she uses that. For patients who want to get started, if I click here on the bottom right, essentially just fill out the information. Yeah, I think it is Atlas. And that's it, you're good to go. And I like that because it just makes things very seamless. Like a person can literally click up there and get started. So you see Women's Institute of GI Health.atlas.md. That's Atlas MD. And I like Atlas MD. I've talked about it a lot. I think it is a great one. Patients can literally sign up here. You go to the next step and you can actually pay. Everything straightforward. Anyway, guys, that's it. If you do want to check out the website, I'll pull it up here one more time. GastroDirectNC.com. I think the name's going to change soon. If you want to follow her, Shannon Scholl with GastroDirect. Hope this is helpful for you guys. I think it's a wonderful way to model your practice after. I'm sure Dr. Scholl will appreciate the shout out. Take care.